Hello, in this video I'm gonna show you how to play solo game in Bonsai board game. To play solo in Bonsai, the rules for a two-player game will apply with a few changes which I'm gonna talk about right now. And the first one is that you need to choose a difficulty level. You can choose Gakusei, which is low and requires 80 points to win. Senmon, which is medium and requires 100 points. Sensei, which is high and requires 120 points. And Yusha, which is extreme and requires 140 points. And during the setup, take one wood and one leaf tile and add them to your personal supply. During the game, each time you take the meditate action, you must discard in a discard pile the card to the left of the one you take. So, if I were to take this card, and use it, then I need to also discard the card on the left, which is this one, and put them somewhere in a discard pile next to the board, and then slide the cards to the right like in a normal type of game and fill the blank spaces. And if I have taken a card from here to the right of the deck, then I use this card and I take a card from here, see it and discard it. Then fill the blank. In each time you take the cultivate action, you must discard the rightmost card on the board. So that's the first from the deck. Then slide the remaining ones and refill the space as you would do at the end of a meditate action. So if you cultivate, for example, place these tiles, then you discard the rightmost card into a discard pile and slide these cards and fill the left space. And that's how you play this game in solo mode. When you reveal and add the last card from the deck to the board, play one last turn, then the game ends. And now check if you won. You must have claimed 3 goals, 1 per color, and scored a point total matching or exceeding your chosen difficulty level. So for example, if I played medium Senmon level, I had to have at least 100 points and 3 goals, 1 of each color. And this is the standard solo game, but you can also play solo scenarios if you want to have a more challenging game. I'm gonna explain these solo scenarios. The first one is slow fall, and in setup of slow fall you need to use only tiles, which I'm gonna show you. Use only these two brown tiles, 2 pink tiles, the easy and hard one, and 2 orange tiles. So these ones, I'm gonna move them here and take the ones that are not used in this mode. Let's place them. Okay, there's no rules adjustment in slow fall, and the goal is to score at least 130 points, claim 2 big and 1 small goal, Remember that you cannot claim more than one goal for each color, and then you can win if you claim these 2 big goals and 1 small goal and 130 points. Now let's talk about the second scenario, which is long winter. And in long winter you use different goal tiles. These are gonna be the hard brown tile, hard green tile and hard blue tile. So use only these tiles. There's also no rules adjustment in this mode, and the goal is to score at least 120 points, collect at least 4 parchment cards, which are these ones, and claim all 3 goals. And to keep track of how many parchment cards are left in the deck, you can put them in a face-up pile near the board when you discard them. There are 7 parchment cards in total. And now let's move on to another scenario. There are 3 scenarios left. Flourishing Spring. And in Flourishing Spring, use only the tiles which I have placed here. So the hard blue tile, hard green tile and hard pink tile. And here are some rules adjustment. Each time you take a cultivate action, you must place a flower on your bonsai. You need to have this flower in your supply before taking the action, otherwise you cannot take it. And this rule doesn't apply to the helper card. So if you want to take a cultivate action, you need to have a flower in your supply and have a place to place it. Otherwise you cannot take cultivate action and you need to take meditate action. And if you are in meditate action and you take a helper card, which allows you to place tiles, this rule with flowers doesn't apply. And the goal is to score at least 130 points and claim all 3 goals. Now let's move on to the next scenario. And this one uses the tiles which I'm gonna show you. Hard pink goal, hard orange goal, and intermediate blue goal. And the rules are changing a bit. At the end of the game, remove all fruit not adjacent to a flower, and all flowers not adjacent to a fruit. So keep only flowers and fruits that are adjacent to each other. So on your bonsai, I'm gonna quickly just make it possible. Let's do it like that. And you can only keep fruits and flowers which are adjacent to each other, so fruit can be placed like that. And another flower must be adjacent to it. So it can be placed here and it is adjacent, or here. But if it's placed here, then both need to be removed because they are not adjacent to each other. So that's what you do at the end of the game, and the goal is to score at least 130 points and claim all 3 goals. And the last challenge is the Emperor Challenge, which is the hardest one. And first in setup, you need to use all intermediate goals of each color, so 5 intermediate goals. These are the 5 intermediate goals. And also take a second pot tile and place it in front of you. Leave room between the 2 pots for the bonsai. So let's place another bonsai here. And place a summary card below one of the 2 pots. This will be the active bonsai. So let's place a summary card below one of them. And the rules change a bit as well. When you take a cultivate action, you may only add tiles to the active bonsai. If you claim gold tiles, they belong to the active bonsai. Place them beside it to remember. And at the end of each cultivate action, move the summary card to other bonsai, which becomes the new active bonsai. Keep moving the card at the end of each cultivate turn, so after meditating, don't move the card, only after cultivating. And if you take a helper card, add the tiles to the active bonsai, but do not move the summary card. These are the helper cards, which allow you to place these tiles which are printed on them in the turn of meditating, and then when you use it, you don't move this summary card. To claim a goal, always count only the tiles of the active bonsai, and at the end of the game, count the tiles in both bonsai to score points and for parchment cards. And the goal is to score at least 140 points, claim all 5 goals, 3 with one bonsai and 2 with the other bonsai, and the order in which you claim the goals is irrelevant. That's all for today. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time.